Hey there, everybody, this is PotterBrony, and welcome to another bite reaction of My Little Pony Friendship's Magic Season 9, Episode number 11. Okay, before I get into this, just something I really wanted to talk about. You'll see me in the next couple of episodes, because unfortunately I watched this episode after I've seen episodes number 12 and 13, and I'll explain why that happened in a moment. To the people releasing all these episodes early, please stop. Please just stop. Because you're ruining it for me. You're ruining the experience. Now allow me to explain as to why you're ruining it. Because you're releasing all these episodes early, unfortunately, it's causing me to have to watch all these episodes faster, rather than savoring the episode. It's like you're placing a piece of filet mignon in front of me, and saying you have 2 seconds to eat the damn thing. It's not cool. I don't get to savor it. I don't get to enjoy it. And I get to enjoy it, but not in the same process that I would have liked to. See, the normal process is, I watch an episode while recording the reaction, then I post it, it gets blocked, I appeal, a few days go by, they say fine, we'll just monetize it instead, and yeah. Generally halfway through the next week, it gets monetized, and that's when everybody else's reactions start coming up. Then I start watching other people's reactions. Rarity Dash, Blank Check, Apple Geek, Luffy, whenever he feels like posting. But, whenever he gets around to posting. But this process is kind of getting interrupted now because I'm watching all these other episodes. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, you're just releasing them one after another, and it's enough is enough. This early release stuff is just ruining the process, alright? I want to savor the season, I want to enjoy it. And I'm enjoying the episodes, as I said, but it's just going by way too fast. I want to drag this out as much as I can, but you're ruining that. So stop. Just stop. Alright? And that's the reason as to why I'm even watching episode number 11 now, after I've seen episode number 12 and 13. Because all these episodes were released pretty much all at once, I mixed them up and just completely skipped over this one for some reason. I don't know why. It just, yeah. So, unfortunately, I've seen episodes number 12 and 13. Now, these early releases, as I was saying, is nowhere near as bad as the, leaks and the whole Spike Got Wings debacle that happened. Holy crap, that pissed me the hell off. But unless I watch the episodes quickly and do my reactions, and then just hold on to them until the appropriate time to release them, I can expect to see something like something on Twitter or my YouTube feed and somebody posting a spoiler picture or something like, here, enjoy the spoiler. Thanks, assholes. Excuse my language, but yeah, I don't like that. So I gotta watch them fast. Otherwise, gotta start going off social media and blocking stuff. I don't want to have to go through the extra effort of that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I want to get off my chest on that one. You'll hear me kind of lament on that in the next couple of episode reactions. Okay. Now, another issue is that where I get these reaction files from, normally they're in MP4. Recently it's been MKV files, and when I download them, they open automatically, and the player that I use, the default player, just pops up and starts playing automatically. So unfortunately, I've seen the first couple of seconds of this episode, enough to know that it's Trixie and Starlight at the beginning. I don't know if it's a Trixie Starlight episode, but that'll be fun if it is. But now I get to wear the appropriate teacup shirt, which is adorable, so hey, I can't complain about that. I didn't see more than a couple of seconds, enough to verify that it was them at the beginning. So yeah. Now that I've got that out of the way, I want to thank you all for listening to my rambling, and let's get on to the episode. As always, be sure to support the official release when it's supposed to officially come out. And let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go.
I know how hard you've been working lately.
All right.
So I figured you could use a break.
Trixie, this looks amazing. But
A nice
that doesn't
romantic
really seem like work.
picnic, yes.
Oh, speaking of,
Pager. Hey, look, teacups. Yeah, poor Trixie.
sure, being counselor for the students at Twilight's School of Friendship is demanding, but oh, one sec. What was I saying? Oh, right. Being able to use the experiences of my checkered past to help young students feels pretty great. Oh, yum! Thanks.
Of course, I feel nothing but admiration for the work you do, but it is a little all-consuming, and I miss spending time with you.
Why didn't that tea just
Talking
pour
about-
out?
We're spending time right now.
You tipped the cup like
Well.
at a 90 degree. Yeah. Went to all this trouble,
Sorry.
and now look, she's stress eating.
Bell on the door to my office, so this bracelet goes off whenever there's a knock. Yona is having the worst time with her braids lately. Anyway, you were saying?
It's a useful spell, but kind of annoying. Yeah.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
All right, and we're
respect
back.
my younger cousin's decisions to stay sea ponies, but they've never been on dry land. Preparing for a visit with them is almost as much
Student
work as the
council.
research assignment Headmare Twilight gave me on hazardous fauna of the Everfree Forest. How would you describe a shower to creatures who live in water? So far, I've got warm and steamy. Actually, steam has water in it.
Silverstream, there are a lot of students who want to see me today.
I just need a few shower adjectives that don't rely on the wet part.
Well, there's clean, relaxing,
Relaxing? I don't know. A nap's relaxing too. Warm and clean are okay. Wow, I have to give this some more thought.
Refreshing.
okay, well, I'm here to help. My door
Showers
is
can
always
be
open.
super refreshing.
Except for today, of course. If we leave
Aw,
now, we can
poor
finish
guy.
everything before sundown.
Trixie, I can't leave. It's almost spring break. Twilight and the others have already left to celebrate the spring solstice in Canterlot, and I have to help the students
Oh.
with any issues before they head home
That'd
for
be
the
fun.
holiday.
I know you're busy, but I hope you haven't forgotten about the spring solstice. The party Maud and Mudbriar are throwing. Sunburst
Oh,
is coming
boy.
to town. You and I promised to make the cake.
How could I possibly forget about that?
Yeah, how did you forget? Dude, enough. Poor guy,
Not only
though.
is saying your job isn't important, but plans you make with your friends are important too.
I know.
Fair point.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have forgotten. Obviously, I need to be available to my students, but that doesn't mean I can't help with all the things we have to do.
Good.
Great. So,
Trouble in
what
paradise.
are all the things we have to do?
Maud needs streamers for the decorations.
Oh, look
Sunburst
who's
wants
organized
to pick
now.
up a genuine pre-equestrian spring solstice chafing dish from the antique shop.
Of course he does.
Yeah, naturally.
Mudbriar wants a bouquet of flowering sticks, whatever that means. And I thought we were both looking forward to Mrs. Cake teaching us the secret
Sticks with
recipe of
flowers,
famous
so
spring
flowers.
solstice cake.
Oh,
But
I
what he wants are
totally
the sticks.
am. But we could just buy a cake from her, right?
We could, but then we'd miss out on baking together. Plus, the time I spent flattering and convincing and begging her to share the recipe would be for nothing. And we promised to make a cake, not buy a cake, and the great and powerful Trixie keeps her promises!
Okay. Why don't we just split up these jobs? I'll get the streamers and the chafing dish. You get started on those sticks, and I'll be right back. You know, why don't I just hang on to this? Wouldn't want to forget the things I just said I'd take care of. Because I am totally gonna take care of them.
I'm sure you are. I see problems happening there.
Could it be Plum Blossom? I have no idea.
Oops. Sorry, Rose, but I need a bouquet of flowering sticks stat.
I thought I was getting the flowering sticks. I'm still not exactly sure what they are. No one is.
Yeah.
Right, got it. You get the sticks, I'll get the streamers. Right after I take care of what I'm sure is an even smaller student problem than the last one.
Gluing flowers onto a stick.
I think I have the shower thing under control, but I can't figure out how to describe a towel.
Well, first you gotta bring a towel.
I understand the school can be a bit drafty, but that doesn't mean you can breathe fire anywhere you want.
I was wondering what. Oh, that smirk on her
Thunder's
face.
Genuine pre-equestrian equinox chafing dish. That was my job.
Well, because you're not doing any of them.
Was it?
I mean, that's a list of all the jobs.
Besides, it's perfectly normal for a changeling to struggle with identity issues, but...
Counselor Starlight! When you're done, I need some synonyms for the word dry. Or really just help explaining the concept.
Wait, Mrs. Cake! You can't close. Trixie and I need to learn the recipe for your equinox cake.
Oh, it's fine, dear. Trixie was already here. I told her everything she needs to know.
What? No! Oh, the great and powerful Trixie might keep her promises, but the busy and distracted Starlight sure doesn't. I promised to
I wonder
help
how you're
her
gonna
today,
handle
and
running
I
the
haven't
school.
done a single thing.
You seem to be
Oh, that
normally
does
pretty
sound
on top
hard,
of
dear.
things, but
And I'm not quite sure how to tell you this, but your hope is glowing.
Of course it is. Trixie?
Oh.
What are you doing here?
It's the one place I knew I could find you.
I am so sorry about today. I'm just so
Busy, I know. Obviously, your students are more important than your friends.
That's not...
Starlight, you have a minute?
okay.
Actually, Silverstream, I don't. Besides, I need to lock up the school for the holiday, and it's time you caught the train home. I'm sure a smart and capable student like you can figure out the solution to any problem over the break. But for now, the counselor's office is closed.
Well, that was
I
kind of harshly
hate to
said,
bake.
but you do got to put your hoof down every now and then.
Yeah.
It's
Is
a
this
sharp-looking cake.
supposed to be so sharp? I mean, it looks really interesting.
Technically, it's not symmetrical or aesthetically pleasing.
This
Maybe
guy again.
it's not the best cake, but we made it together, and that's what counts.
I'm glad you brought it, and everything else. I'm very excited. This is going to be the most perfect party ever.
And with all of your students
Well,
home for the
we'll see
holiday, I
maybe
won't
what
have
your
to
sister
worry
would have
about
to say
being
about
summoned
that.
to your office in the middle of it.
Nothing is gonna take me away from this party.
Hello, Starlight? Starlight?
Sorry, this is a private cavern.
Is Starlight here? I was told she'd be here.
What's wrong?
I'm Terramar, Silverstream's brother. I've been looking all over for
Was
you.
blanking on your name for a second.
Silverstream
I'm
is
sorry, pal.
missing.
Trixie doesn't even care. Ah, Trixie.
I don't understand. Silverstream didn't come home?
I was supposed to meet her at the Mount Eris train station, but she never showed up. It's a long way between Ponyville and Mount Eris. She could be anywhere. Our parents are leading teams of hippogriffs and sea ponies, searching the land and sea between here and our home. They sent me to check the school.
But the school's closed. All the students are gone.
Are you sure? I know she had a big project due for Twilight. Do you think she might have stayed to finish it?
She never told me about a project.
Well, to be fair, you closed your office the last time she came by.
Really?
You're gonna bring that
What
up?
kind of counselor turns away a student with a problem?
The kind with too
The
much on
one
her
where
plate.
the student was
Starlight
hassling
has
her about
always
every
gone
little
out of her
thing?
way for her students. And I mean always.
Except apparently when it matters. This is all my fault. You
It
all
was
go back
kind
to
of
the
a boy
party.
who cried
Tamara
wolf
and I will
thing.
check the school. We'll find your sister.
I should have known it couldn't last. Party perfection is more of a Pinky thing.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry,
wasn't
Mom.
going to say anything, but these flowers are just glued on, so technically, it wasn't perfect already. But that's probably not important.
Well, look who knows how to pick up social cues now. Shut your mouth, man.
You check the grounds and I'll look inside. Silverstream? No!
The cannon is a good place to hide. I have a theory. What about the new treehouse? Do you know about that place?
She's not down here.
I don't see her anywhere.
Did you check her room?
Duh.
Well,
Who does she bunk
she's
with?
not here.
No, she isn't. But look at this.
A cockatrice?
Could that be what her project was on? You don't think she went into the Everfree Forest to find a cockatrice by herself, do you?
I don't know, but I'm going
Well,
to
that's
find
kind
out.
of an iffy proposition. Yeah.
Oh, what are you all doing here?
We came to help.
We couldn't let you handle this alone.
Technically, she wasn't alone. But we wanted to help anyway.
Thanks. All of you. But the students are my
a
responsibility.
little
I'm
different
the
than
one
I
who
remember.
didn't do my job when it actually mattered.
I might share a bit of the blame for pressuring you into leaving work early.
But I don't want to ruin your party.
It wasn't
We
really
can still
early,
have a
though.
party. A search party.
Oh.
Can we talk about all this later? Silverstream might be in the Everfree
She
Forest
is an
alone.
amazing comedian.
We think she went in to do research on cockatrices.
What? The gaze of the cockatrice is known to petrify any who dare to cross its
Well,
path.
duh.
And
Everybody
the
knows
reptilian
that.
birds are elusive and solitary. Where would we even start?
I have a lot of experience telling ponies that I have experience with the dangerous creatures of Everfree Forest. Follow me!
I'm gonna check with Fluttershy, but I don't think she's in this episode, is she? Oh, right, they're in Canterlot.
The great and directionally astute Trixie.
I was
says
just saying
we
that she's
go
probably not going to be in because this is their episode, not the main six. Or, you know, you could have followed the map where she put a big X on it. Are you just flipping a mental coin, or what's going on here? I don't understand your reasoning, Trixie.
Weren't we just here?
Trixie, do you have any idea how to find a cockatrice?
No, but usually when there's a dangerous creature in the forest I don't want to meet, this is how I meet them.
We might need a more concrete plan.
Suit yourself.
He's not wrong,
According
though.
to Silverstream's research, the cockatrice prefers rocky terrain and ample shade.
Rocks and shade. I can't imagine where we'll find that in a forest.
Actually, rocks aren't the most hospitable environment for shade trees.
Technically, pine trees like Pinus cembra or Pinus sylvestris can grow from narrow crevasses or cracks in a rocky rhizosphere.
You complete me.
There's some pine trees over there.
Aw. They are good together, I'll give them that. I don't know, they don't seem like solitary creatures to me.
I thought you said they were solitary.
Yeah,
They
that's...
are. This must be some kind of migration. At least there's no sign
Or
of
mating
Silverstream.
season.
I can't imagine getting
But
caught
they
in the
wouldn't
middle of
have
that
that in
flock.
this series,
It's
so
just lucky we're all over here and they're all over there.
that was a migration.
Technically,
Don't even say it.
Whatever you do, don't look at them. Their gaze can turn you to stone.
so what do we do?
Or teleport, yes.
Sunburst! Stop! It's me!
Starlight! I'm so sorry. We have to
That was
get
a
out of
pretty
here.
powerful blast from you.
Hang on.
A powerful looking blast.
We can't leave. Silverstream might still be in the forest. Stay here. I'll get the others.
Be careful!
You know, you could use some of Mike Guy's logic. Watch their feet, not their eyes.
The great and powerful Trixie fears no clock.
Smoke bomb would be useful. So where is Silverstream?
Maud, we've got to get out of here.
I'm not leaving him.
Oh boy.
Mudbrier's been turned to stone?
I didn't think I could love him anymore.
We've got to get out of here. We haven't found Silverstream. We can't leave yet.
Oh, and use the word love too.
We can't stay here. Come on.
I was about to make a joke. In the turn to stone, who can tell the difference?
This way.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I mentioned that place before, right? Seems to be the go-to for the Young Six.
Now what?
Let's hope Silverstream found a good place to hide. There could be hundreds more cockatrices on the way. If this really is a migration, it'll take a full lunar cycle to complete. Oh, I have to get word back to our parents that Silverstream could be surrounded by those terrifying birds.
And as handsome as Mudbriar is now, we should probably catch one of them to turn him back to normal.
Would be,
This is
Yep.
all my fault. I'm never taking time off from my counseling duties again.
That seems a little extreme.
Really? If I hadn't galloped off to a holiday celebration,
It is a little
Silverstream would be
extreme.
safe with her family, and you'd all be enjoying Maud's party. Instead, my student is missing. We're surrounded by a flock of
but still,
petrifying
don't
chicken
put all the
snakes,
blame on yourself.
and
Maybe
Maud's
at
boyfriend
the
was
last
turned
time.
into a hunk of rock.
You got the hunk part right.
To top it off, we have no
Oh,
idea.
Maud is killing it this
Seems
episode.
never free at all, but I have no idea where else to look.
Has that always been there?
What? Oh, that's the students' tree house. Apparently it grew from the Tree of Harmony and... Of course! That should have been the first place we looked!
Duh. Yeah, sure. No pony help.
Silverstream, look out! Counselor Starlight, no! Wait!
So it looks like the cockatrices have
Me
to
with my project.
actively try to
Don't
petrify you.
understand.
I think I found a cockatrice that will turn him back.
Problem, I decided to get my project done before I left. That way I could really focus on my family during my visit. The school was closed, so I came here.
Why didn't you tell anyone? Mom and Dad are worried sick.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Once Edith volunteered to help, I guess I lost track of time. Cockatrices are really friendly if you know how to interact with them.
I wonder where you learned that from.
I can't believe you figured out how to trigger her nesting response.
They are really fascinating creatures. Did you know that they migrate to the Everfree Forest once a year? Can you imagine what would happen if you stumbled on a whole flock of these?
I have a few
Yeah.
ideas.
I'm sorry you got turned to stone looking for me, but I'm glad Edith was able to turn you back.
How do you tell the difference?
Technically, I will always be
Some
a stick
pony said it.
but the experience has given me an even deeper appreciation for the density and permanence of rock.
Swoon.
Silverstream and I should get going, but I wanted to thank you for everything you did to help find her.
I just wish I hadn't abandoned her in the first place.
Starlight, you didn't abandon her.
I might as well have. And even though it turned out all right, things could have been a lot worse.
You can't be expected to supervise your students every second of every day.
I'm not so sure.
I like that you're always available, but it kind of makes it okay to come to you with stuff that maybe isn't super important.
Of course,
somebody
being a
gets it.
school counselor is a big responsibility, but always being at work isn't fair to any pony, especially me.
Yeah.
I think if I had set times to see me, it might help you decide what you really need to talk about.
To be honest, you really weren't very helpful with the other stuff anyway.
Yeah, wait, what?
Happy spring solstice, every pony! Who wants a piece of Mrs. Cake's famous?
Petrified dessert?
You had me at petrified.
Alright, so did you make it right? Because that doesn't seem like a Mrs. Cake creation. Anyway, that was just a fun episode. A lot of good jokes. They waited a bit on the who could tell the difference bit, but hey, some ponies did it. And at least they didn't beat me to it. Anyway, as I was saying, that was episode number 11 of season 9. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Really, I have nothing else to add to that, other than thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that as thoroughly as I did. And I'm going to end this one here. Until next time. Take care.